Okay, group, we are on example 3 of our 2.3 notes. Letter A says name and highlight a pair of alternate interior angles. There's lots of options here. So I'm just going to name a few and you can write down whatever you would like. So alternate interior means they're on the inside and opposite side of the transversal. So 3 and 13 would be alternate interior. 4 and 14 would be alternate interior. Okay, 14 and 12 would be alternate interior. 9 and 15 would be alternate interior. We're almost done. 9 and 7 would be a good pair for alternate interior. 8 and 10 would be alternate interior. 5 and 3 would be alternate interior, and lastly 2 and 8 would be alternate interior. So any of those that you list are totally fine. We only need to list one, so I'm going to go ahead and list 3 and 13. I'm sorry. Yes, that's correct, 3 and 13. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and highlight those. Okay, letter B, name and highlight a pair of corresponding angles. Okay, so corresponding are, they skip basically an angle, they're in the same position. So an example of that would be 3 and 15, or 2 and 14, or 14 and 10, or 15 and 11, or 6 and 10, 7 and 11, 3 and 7, 2 and 6, 1 and 5. There's just so many. I know, I'm not going to keep going. Okay, so you can mention any of the ones that you would like to. I'm going to go ahead and do 6 and 10. But any of those are totally fine. Okay. All right, example C. Example C, name and highlight a pair of alternate exterior angles. So exterior is on the outside, so 2 and 16 would be a good example. Let's see, 16 and 10, 5 and 11, 6 and 12, 1 and 7, 4 and 6. So there's lots of options here. We'll go ahead and do 4 and 6. Okay. All right. Letter D. Name and highlight a pair of same side interior angles. So same side interior, same side of the transversal, and they're all inside. So 8 and 9, 3 and 8, 3 and 14, 4 and 9, 7 and 10, 4 and 13. Any of those would be totally fine. I'm going to go ahead and do angle 3 and angle 8. Okay, E. Name and highlight a pair of linear pair angles. So linear pair, meaning they form a straight line and their angles add to 180 degrees. So 1 and 2, if we were to connect those two, just like that, they would draw a straight line. So that's a good example. 2 and 3, or 1 and 4, 5 and 6, or 8 and 7, or 6 and 7. So there are many, many options here. But we'll go ahead and let's do some fun ones down here. I'll do a 12 and 11. Okay, letter F. Name and highlight. Oops. Fix that. Name and highlight a pair of vertical angles. So vertical angles are straight across from each other. So 1 and 3, 2 and 4, 6 and 8, 5 and 7. And then there's a bunch of options on here. Let's go ahead and do 13 and 15. That sounds fun.